In the time before time, gods walked Egypt in radiant silence. Among them rose Isis and Osiris, twin lights birthed from celestial thought. Born of Geb and Nut, the earth and sky, they were divine harmony. Isis, wise in magic, and Osiris, just and noble, guided by Ma'at. Together they ruled the living, Osiris bringing law, Isis lifting hearts with mystery. Their love was a current flowing through all creation like the Nile's blessing. Osiris taught planting and harvesting, revealing the cycles of life and return. Isis whispered truths in dreams, guiding mortals through veils of spirit and form. But in shadows, envy stirred. Set, brother of Osiris, brooded with fire. He saw not love but weakness, not order but chains forged by adoration. Set devised a coffin, carved to Osiris's sacred measure, gilded and cursed. At a feast of false joy, he offered it as a game of fate. Osiris lay within, and Set's laughter shattered the hall like thunder divine. The lid slammed shut. Iron spells sealed it, and the feast turned to wailing. Set cast the coffin into the Nile, where it drifted through time. Isis pursued it across lands, her wings beating against silence and sorrow. Through Phoenician lands and cedar groves, Isis searched with aching heart and spell. She found the coffin within a tree, its roots clutching her beloved tight. She returned with Osiris's body, hiding it in the marsh's embrace. Yet Set's rage was unquenched. He found it, tore it into 14 pieces. Isis wandered, gathering the pieces, weaving them with magic and mourning. Each part she buried sacredly, until his soul could rise anew. In a temple veiled in stars, Isis breathed life into Osiris again. Their union sparked Horus, a child of vengeance and hope, born of both realms. Osiris walked among mortals, cloaked in wisdom, crowned with emerald eternity. The Nile whispered his name to reeds that bowed in sacred reverence. Beside him, Isis moved like moonlight on still water, grace incarnate. Her eyes held stars, her voice the music of ancient wind-carved stones. Together they brought order to chaos, weaving harvest from sand and sun. Their union was not of flesh alone, but of divine purpose made whole. But in the shadows, Set watched, his heart a scorpion's nest of envy. He scowled at harmony, for discord was his chosen kingdom and kin. He conjured a chest of cedar, smooth as lies, rich as betrayal. Its shape matched Osiris perfectly, as if fate itself had whispered dimensions. At a feast of false praise, Set unveiled the box with honeyed words. Osiris, noble heart unguarded, stepped in as destiny's trap was sealed shut. With a roar like thunder, Set sealed the chest and cast it to Nile's depths. Laughter echoed as hope drowned beneath black waters and broken stars. Isis wept not with weakness, but with resolve, her tears birthing sacred quests. She vowed to find Osiris, even if the world shattered in her wake. She wandered lands and skies, her voice calling through wind and dream alike. Mountains bowed and deserts whispered as she searched for Osiris's lost soul. In Byblos, she found the chest, hidden within a tree that bore no fruit. Her presence made the barren bloom, as life recognized its queen returned. She brought him home through sacred rites, singing songs older than moonlight. But Set struck again, dividing Osiris into pieces scattered across the earth. Undeterred, Isis became a seeker of fragments, a weaver of broken divinity. Each piece found was a hymn, each rite a stitch in love's tapestry. But even the Nile trembled as Osiris stepped into the celestial hall. Whispers of destiny clung to him like golden linen in the desert wind. Isis emerged from the veil of stars, her presence soothing the trembling cosmos. She walked like prophecy incarnate, her gaze shaping time like clay. Their eyes met like rivers converging, ancient and inevitable beneath the gaze of Ra. Silence bloomed between them, rich as soil before the first seed. Priests of Thoth chanted as stars twirled in ceremonial arcs above the temple. The sky bent low to listen, cloaking the world in sacred rhythm. In sacred unison, Isis and Osiris ascended the steps of the eternal altar. Their footsteps echoed like ancestral drums, awakening the bones of time itself. With hands joined, they were crowned by Ma'at herself, bearer of eternal harmony. The heavens thundered approval, and the earth bloomed beneath the altar's shadow. Yet shadows stirred in the forgotten corners, where Set watched with venomous envy, his heart black as obsidian, beat with betrayal older than pyramids. Set forged a sarcophagus of deception, gilded in lies and shaped to Osiris. He summoned laughter to hide the blade and revelry to mask ruin. With a jest, Osiris stepped inside, and the lid closed like a prophecy fulfilled. Iron nails struck like thunderbolts, sealing him in silence more ancient than night. Set cast the sealed coffin into the Nile, laughing as darkness swallowed light. The river wept, cradling the god like a mother mourning her only son. Isis fled into twilight, her tears sowing lotus where they touched the ground. She wore sorrow like a veil, yet her voice summoned mountains to rise. Through wind and wilderness, she sought the box that held her beloved's breath. With every whisper of wind, Osiris called her like a buried flame. The Nile churned beneath a sky veiled in wounded twilight and silence. Osiris, bound in Seth's sarcophagus, drifted through shadows like a forgotten prayer. Isis wept among the papyrus reeds, her cries echoing like doves in mourning. Her heart, a sacred compass, guided her toward her beloved's drifting tomb. With spells older than time, she summoned wind and spirit to part the waters. Her voice stitched the elements into a path where none had existed. At last, the coffin touched her fingertips, wooden, wet, and whispering Osiris's name. She clutched it close, as if holding the last breath of the world. But Seth's spies, shadows in flesh, crept through the trees with silent blades. The forest held its breath as betrayal returned with sharpened teeth. They seized the body, tore it in rage, and scattered it across Egypt. Each limb fell like a star from the sky, sacred and shining. Yet Isis rose again, a priestess of pain, gathering stars from the dust. She became a map of grief, tracing her love through every lost part, In each city, she found his essence, hidden in stone, tree, and river. Her journey stitched Egypt together, making the land holy with each step taken. At the edge of the delta, she found the final piece, his sacred heart. The wind stilled, and the stars leaned closer, listening to her breath. Upon a secret island, she laid his body and sang life into death. Her voice, a thread of eternity, wove Osiris from shadow to soul. He rose, not as man, but as Lord of the everlasting green. Osiris, crowned in eternity, stood between life and death as their bridge eternal. Together, Isis and Osiris reigned in realms seen and unseen, seed and spirit. Their union became Egypt's breath, pulsing through temples and tombs evermore. The sun rose gently over the Nile, blessing the sacred union fulfilled. Isis and Osiris stood entwined, radiant as golden reeds in morning stillness. The gods above whispered blessings, their voices echoing through eternity's vaulted chambers. Even the wind stilled, bowing to the sanctity of divine marriage. From the sacred union, harmony blossomed across two lands like lilies on water. The Nile surged stronger, as if stirred by their eternal devotion. Priests in alabaster robes sang hymns older than sand, calling joy from stone. Each note carried the myth forward, woven into the breath of time. Osiris, crowned in green, became the judge of the dead, serene and eternal. Isis, crowned with the throne, reigned in wisdom, mother of magic and life. Their tale became scripture, inscribed in gold leaf upon papyrus scrolls of kings. No soul crossed the veil without whispering their names with trembling breath. Even the stars above aligned their paths to echo the lovers' embrace. Their constellations shimmered nightly, guiding hearts and ships along sacred winds. In the hearts of mortals, their love etched itself like chisel into stone. Every temple, every prayer, bore traces of their sacred bond eternal. Isis wept once, but from her tears bloomed the Nile's eternal rhythm. Osiris fell once, yet rose again, teaching even death to bow to love. Thus, through shadow and flame, their love endured unchanged, a beacon through ages. The gods themselves honored this story, carved deeper than the roots of earth. From the throne of memory, I, the scribe, offer this tale eternal. So let the wind carry it, like perfume through chambers of time. Remember Isis and Osiris, whose love stitched sky, river, and soul as one. Their union lives in every heartbeat, whispering, all ends are beginnings anew.